One was my first Beatles album. I was in 6th grade when it was released in November of the year 2000. Around that time, they started promoting it with this commercial that seemed to run almost constantly. I left a link to it below if you want to watch it. It really helped hype this thing up as a big, important release. And I knew it was a big deal because not only did I want it, my parents seemed to want it too. The commercial made a point about the artwork that would be included, which I have to be honest with, when I got the CD, I was a little bummed out. I thought the paintings were so cool, and I assumed they would be on a fold-out poster. This wasn't the case, and when I opened the jewel case, the back of the booklet, at least with the copy I had, featuring this artwork, was torn. Outside of that, though, this was one of my favorite booklets I ever got with a CD. I'd listen along and flip through it while looking through all the artwork and information and seeing all the different single covers. The day I got this from the mall, I remember I also got one of those colored disco light things. That afternoon, I remember listening to the song Something with that disco light on and just watching the colors drift across the ceiling. I remember thinking what a beautiful song it was, and that with the lights, listening to music could be something so soothing and inspirational. My grandfather also came to visit not long after, and we sat around in the living room and we listened to the CD. I thought at the time, this is kind of weird, we're just going to sit around and listen to this, but as soon as we hit play, it was like nothing else mattered. One of those magic moments where I realized how important music could be. The very next year, George Harrison would pass away. I took the booklet to school that day, and I drew the artwork on George's hand on my own, in tribute. This was my introduction to the group, and I began to learn more about them. I started asking questions like, why isn't Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds on this? Why isn't Sgt. Pepper? That would all eventually lead to me seeking out Sgt. Pepper. I figure I should tell that story too. One summer there was a record shop in Kansas City that was having a huge warehouse sale. My dad heard about it, and we all went down to look through the LPs. I made a decision that not only was I going to look for Sgt. Pepper, I was going to find it. We get to this place, and the sale was in their back loading room with hundreds of boxes. I flipped through every one of them, and sure enough, I spied the blue sky background and pulled out a ratted and scratched, but not too badly scratched, copy of the album. That's really how it all started for me. I really do want to credit my parents, though, because they were excited that I was discovering this music. They told me how cool the songs were and what it was like when they first listened to them. That not only got me started in the Beatles, but also exploring the stories and personal connections to that music. And for that, I will be forever grateful. The content on this channel is made possible from viewers like you. Help the channel grow by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.